Hi guys, what's up? So today we are going to end the elimination reaction by conjugate base. So this is part 3 of UNCB mechanism. I hope you have seen the first two part of UNCB mechanism. If you have not seen, you can see at your right side one eye. You can click over that and go and watch the two parts. Otherwise, you can type on YouTube that UNCB mechanism by making chemistry easy. You can watch the two parts. And I have also completed optical isomerism. So you can also watch over that. I have updated the playlist as well. You can also watch that optical isomerism, and also today I will add this one also to the playlist, second playlist. So today we are going to do some questions. As in the previous class we have completed the theory part and the mechanism part of UNCB reaction. So today we are going to take some questions and understand it deeply. What is UNCB mechanism actually? So do like, share and subscribe my channel to keep motivating me to do really good videos for you for your NEET and JEE, and also do like my channel as well. So and also share to your friends, to everyone, to those who you know, and to your friends who required these videos for JEE and NEET. Also do subscribe my channel to get notified when my channels are out in YouTube. So do like, share and subscribe my channel. So today we are going to see UNCB elimination reaction part 3. This is all about the questions today. Before we move to questions, we should remember the previous class. Uh, as in the previous class I said, the three conditions required for UNCB mechanism, that is a good nucleophile, a poor leaving group, and the product will be the Hookman product. These three are the conditions of UNCB reactions. And in the mechanism part, I said in the first step itself, it is an acid-base reaction. And I have also given the example of HCl, put in your hand. This is a very fast reaction. So acid-base reactions indicate that these are the fast reactions. Hence, UNCB mechanism also follows a very fast reaction in its initial step. After the first step, we get a very conjugate base. The formation of conjugate base indicates that this elimination is going to happen by the conjugate base. And in the second step itself, it is a very slow reaction, as we are going to form the pi bond, and hence it will be the RDS, that is the rate determining step, and we will get a Hofmann product. And I also said what is Hofmann product. This is a less substituted alkane. So now let's move towards the questions. So this is question time now. So let's begin the questions and understand deeply what is UNCB mechanism. I have brought to you two questions today. So I hope these two questions will help you in understanding this UNCB mechanism. So let's see first. So this is a really good ketone. It is a very long chain ketone. So this will help us to understand UNCB mechanism very easily. I will make it very easy today, and also I will tell you to how to obstacle or how to combat these questions for NEET and JEE, and how you will complete these reactions very quickly and very fast in your examination. As UNCB mechanism is itself a very hard topic, but I had made it very easy. So see how to do these questions. First of all, you need to look at the that is given E2O minus. What is it? This is a very strong base, which is a very good nucleophile as well. This E2OH is a very good nucleophile. Very good nucleophile. It is a good nucleophile. Very good nucleophile. And here also the heat suggests us that the elimination reaction is going to happen. But which type of elimination, either E1 or E2 or E1CB? Just see. Here also F is a very poor leaving group. It is a poor leaving group. It is a poor leaving group. And you can see here keto group, and hence this is alpha carbon and this is the beta carbon. Hence the poor leaving group is also present at the beta carbon as well. So you can understand what is going to happen. Now we are going to remove hydrogen here. So let's see the first step. As I said, there will be removal of beta hydrogen. So in this first step, we are going to remove the beta hydrogen over here. So let's see. I am making in this way. Here F and here also H is present. So here the H will be removed and here double bond is also present. Sorry. The double bond is present over here. So now see, here the hydrogen will be removed by attack of E2O minus. So you will be have a question, why you have taken U1Cb here? See, we are getting here good nucleophile, here a poor leaving group as well as a beta hydroxycarbonyl compound. Sorry, it is not a beta hydroxy, it will be a beta elimination. Also here beta hydrogen present, also heat is also present. So here U1Cb mechanism will occur. After the elimination of or removal of hydrogen over here, the carbon anion will be formed and the carbon anion will move towards this position. Why it will move? It will move towards that position to be minus M stabilized. See, after the see over here, after shifting towards this position, this compound will be in minus M effect. Sorry, it will be in minus M effect. That mesomeric effect. It will be in minus M effect. So this is a very good effect and it will be stabilized distance. Now, as I said, there will be removal of the, sorry, here also fluorine is also present. The removal of the poor leaving group will happen. Here after this removal, you can see the product will look like this. And the pi bond formation is the rate determining step that as we have known earlier. So I will be telling you what will be the product form in the next page. So just see. The product will look like this. This is a less substituted alkene. So it is a conjugated alkene as well and it is a Hofmann product. As we have seen, U1Cb mechanism will give us a Hofmann product. Hence at last also we got a Hofmann product. Hope you have understand this question. If you have not understood, just listen 1 second. So here E2O minus is a good nucleophile while fluorine is a very bad leaving group. These are the conditions of also U1Cb mechanism. After removal of hydrogen, the carbon anion will shift towards left side. The hydride shift will be there for minus M effect, minus M stabilization. After minus M stabilization, the fluorine group, which is a poor leaving group, will now try to move away, and hence here the fluorine group will be removed. And after fluorine gets removed, their double bond will be formed, and the double bond formation or the pi bond formation is the rate determining step, and we will get the product like this. This is the final product. Now see in the next question what it says. There are two groups. Here this is a beta hydroxycarbonyl compound. This is a beta hydroxycarbonyl compound. You can see over here, this is a beta hydroxy carbonyl compound. Here you can see OH minus. OH minus is a very good nucleophile, and you can see here OH is also a poor leaving group, and heat is also present, so it will be a E1 means E1 CB mechanism. And after see here directly we can write the carbon anion product, means the conjugate base we can form it directly. You can see over here the hydrogen is present over here, as well as the hydrogen is present over here, and hydrogen is present over here. We are going to remove beta hydrogen, and after that beta hydrogen we will make it very stabilized carbon anion by minus M effect. Then we will get the product like this. See, see, after the removal of beta hydrogen and then hydride shift, we are getting this brilliant product. As this here we can see a minus AM effect over here, and it is very stabilized. After minus AM effect, after this, the OH minus will be removed. How you can see how beta hydrogen is removed? By the acting of this on the beta hydrogen. You can see this is the alpha hydrogen, while this will be the beta hydrogen. This will be the alpha, this will be the beta hydrogen. And after attacking of OH minus on beta hydrogen and shifting of hydride, we will get a stabilized carbon anion by minus M effect. And after that, the leaving group, means the poor leaving group, will be removed, and we will get a product like this. And again here also we are going to get a very means alkene product over here. This is also a Hofmeier product and less substituted alkene. See what will be the answer again. We will get a product like this. So I hope you have understand these two questions. You also try to do more questions on UNCB mechanism by as they said that how we are doing the mechanism by doing the questions. You can do directly the formation of carbon anion, as this is a very easy step. Practically it is a very fast step, but for us it is a very easy step, as we can do it directly by removing the beta hydrogen and also shifting the hydride shift for minus M effect, and then the poor leaving group will be removed, and hence we will get a Hofmann product, which is a less substituted alkene. This is all about today's class. I hope I have brought smiles on your face by doing the UNCB mechanism. You must watch all the parts of UNCB mechanism and also optical isomerism that I have completed. Today I had uh, updated the playlist, so you can go and watch over the optical isomerism as well the UNCB mechanism. Tomorrow is Sunday, so we are going to get a rocking class tomorrow. So let's hope what there is a surprise for you. So I'll bring you some interesting tomorrow. So this is all about today's class. Be safe, stay at home, stay safe from corona. Just remain at self isolation at your home, and just guide yourself through the government rules, and just be safe at your home. Do not move here and there, and just read chemistry from your Making Chemistry Easy channel, and clear all your concepts for your JEE and NEET. This is all about today's class. Hope you understand and got UNCB as well. This is all about UNCB mechanism. Thank you all.